Story time. It's the day I got arrested, yo. It's the day I went to jail. Alright, so Pete, look. I was a young dude. I was like 18. I was still in high school. My grades was messed up. I wasn't really focused. I don't want to say I was a follower, but I like to be with my friends a lot back in the day. Like I like to chill with my friends. I was on some like, man, forget school. School always gonna be here. Like I can always get my grades up. Like not even thinking like I'm getting too old for school. They on the verge of kicking me out because I'm too old. So I was like, man, I gotta do something. I gotta try to get my GED or go to school, get my grades up. I gotta do something, get some type of money. And me and my homeboy one day, we was in the auditorium just chilling before school. And I told him, I'm like, bro, we need to try to get some money, bro. We need to get some bread. Some way, somehow, like we need to do some type of odd jobs or something, I don't know. He was basically on some old like, let's rob somebody. Or let's run to somebody's crib and take shit out their crib. And as a young dude getting into trouble back then, I was with it. I was like, man, what up? Let's go. I always wanted to impress my friends for some reason. Like I always wanted to be like, yeah, I'm down. So I was down with whatever. Whatever my friends wanted to do, I was down to do it. So we go after school. It's after school. I lived near our downtown area. So it was like the main area in my city that where everybody was at. So after school we linked up. We started chilling. We was walking around the neighborhood, just like scoping out houses, seeing if the cars was in the driveway, seeing if people was home, knocking on doors, and like if they did answer, we would just say any type of name. Is Jason here, or is Malcolm here? Like, you know, we would just have a plan for anything. Like if they did answer, we would just ask if somebody was there. If they didn't answer, it was a go. So we walking around. We see these two kids. They were like a little younger than us though. So we called them. We like, yo, come here. Come over here, yo. And come to find out, they told us like they were on some mischief shit. Like they were looking for some bad shit to do. It was like, what the fuck? They just AWOL'd from Hillside. Hillside was like a group home for bad children. Like if their parents couldn't do anything with them, they would send them off to this group home. They will only be able to go home on weekends, and after the weekend they would have to go back to that group home. Well, these two kids that we just seen, they just AWOL'd from Hillside, that group home. So they basically escaped. And was like, they basically was like, we're not fucking with like Hillside type shit. Like that shit is ass. Like we just ran away from the shit. Like, yo, we tell them like, yo, we just seen this house that we trying to break into. We told him that it was our friend's house though. We like, yo, it's our friend's house. His mom, his dad not home. We know it's tons of stuff in there. We already know how to get in. It's easy. We just need y'all. Basically, we was baiting them, like, for them to do it, but we was gonna get everything. So we walked, and we're walking to the house. We scope out this house. We're like, all right, this right here. So we walk into the back, and it's like this back patio. We were trying to figure out a way how we can get in. So we on this back patio. First, we picked up this big ass rock. We trying to break the window. The window wouldn't break. It was like some type of like sturdy glass. So it was like the rock just kept bouncing off the glass. Like it was literally wasn't cracking or nothing. So one of the dudes who we met walking, one of the two dudes, he pushed open this door that was like being held by a 2x4 from inside the house. It was like the 2x4 was planted on this table holding the door shut. So you could just push the door open easily. Like it was like a flimsy one of those flimsy patio doors. It doesn't slide, it actually pushes in. So if we pushed it in enough, a crack, to where like one of us could fit in. So as soon as one of us got in, we moved the 2x4 out the way, just let everybody in. As soon as we all went in, as soon as I went in, I immediately seen a laptop on the ground. I immediately see a digital camera. I'm like, oh, money. And back then, back in the early 2010s, pawn shops were like real popular. Like you didn't need anything like the type of junk that you need today to go to a pawn shop to pawn something. You didn't need that back then. You didn't need any type of ID or nothing. If you brought them something, they're gonna buy it from you. They don't care if it's stolen. They don't care. It was easy. It was easy to sell stuff back then, especially the stuff that we was bringing them. As soon as we got in, I got a laptop. I stuffed that junk down my pants. I got a pillow, and I undid it from the pillowcase, and I grabbed the pillowcase, and I start dumping everything that I seen worth value in that chargers, cameras, laptop. I seen a PS3, the slim ones that just came out. Mind you, this was in 2010. The slim PS3s had just came out. They were like $200 to $300, brand new. And we got that. We took that. It was a big flat screen TV, but we didn't get the TV. I gotta keep the story going. We ended up going back to the house. So we grabbed the stuff. We grabbed mad stuff. I went upstairs. I'm checking all around drawers and everything. I'm finding jewelry. Find a little bit of money. But we really didn't hit the house like that. It was like we were only in there for like 2 minutes. Literally, like we was only in there for like 2 minutes. We got what we had to get, and then we bounced out. And we booked it to my house. When we get to my house, we undoing everything now. We go to my bedroom. I shut my bedroom door. Oh, while we was walking back to my house, we told the two dudes to like we was gonna meet back up with them. We was like, all right, we don't even need y'all no more, basically type. Like me and my homeboy was like, yeah, we gotta get them out of here. We didn't give them no type of, they didn't even care. They were just like, all right, bye, whatever like that. So we like, yeah, we'll meet up with y'all later. Me and my homeboy go back to my crib, go to my bedroom, shut the door. I immediately start plugging everything in, trying to delete everything off of the laptop, the PS3, like accounts and stuff like that. Deleting all the pictures off the digital camera. As soon as we did all of that, there was a pawn shop right around the corner. So we went to the pawn shop. Mind you, we only like 17, 18. We literally taken like thousands of dollars of merchandise to this pawn shop. So this pawn shop is like questioning us, like, why are you guys selling this? Like the PS3 games that had just came out. The controllers were brand new. The controllers had a charging dock, and like everything came with the PS3. So they asking us like, why are you trying to sell a PS3? The PS3 had just came out. It's like going to a pawn shop today and giving them a PS5, a brand new in the box, and like, we don't want it or whatever like that. They're gonna look like, what? Bro, this junk is like a $500 game. Like what are you pawning it for? We quickly came up with a lie and was like, my granddad is moving out his house, and we gotta get some type of, we gotta pawn this stuff to get some type of money to help him move. We gotta get a U-Haul and a moving truck, and we just need the money. But we're gonna come back and buy the merchandise back from you. So he's like, all right, cool. He wrote us a check for like $1,200. He gave us a check for like $1,200 because he couldn't give us cash. Anything like over, I think like $100, they would have to give you a check. So they gave us a check, and we went to the check cashing place. They didn't question us or anything. Like I had a school ID. That's it. I gave them my school ID. They cashed the check just like that. Me and my homeboy split the money. We were still in school at the time, so you already know what we did. We buying weed, we getting new sneakers, fresh clothes. Like it felt good to just buy stuff and have money in your pocket. But like a day later, 2 days later, we was back to square one. We was broke with no money. We didn't really buy that much stuff because, you know, like we spent it on food, snacks. We smoked weed, so it's like we didn't buy that much clothes and sneakers. We bought like 1 or 2 pairs of kicks, couple outfits. But after that, the money was gone. So I linked up with him like 2 days later. We was in school, and I tapped him. I'm like, yo, bro, we gotta hit that house again. Cause like I'm telling him like, bro, we only hit the first floor. Like we really didn't go upstairs. We still got that big ass TV we can get out of there. And I'm like, bro, let's go. We got like, that shit was so easy the first time. I'm like, yo, it's a breeze. We could do that shit again. But the whole day he was like telling me like, I don't think this shit is a good idea, bro. I don't think it's a good idea. I think we should hit another house. Or he telling me like, I think we should wait a couple more days. Like, you don't know if they're watching that house, Like, we just hit that junk like 2 days ago, bro. Like, I don't think it's a good idea that we go back. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I'm going back, my nigga. I don't give a fuck if you coming or not. I'm going back, and I'm going back into the house. I was stupid. So he was like on some shit like, alright, bro. Like he just like, you know, he was my homeboy. So he was like, he wasn't gonna leave. He was like, I got you. He was like, let's go. So we go back to the house. It's just me and him now. Like the kid, like those 2 boys, like I don't even know where they went. So it's just me and him, right? So we go back, we do the same thing. They still got even though we just ran in our house 2 days later, 2 days earlier, the people who own that house put the door back the exact way it was, like 2x4 holding the door. So we was like, what the hell? Like this is the way we got in last time. Like, why didn't they try to do anything? Like, yo, this shit is about to be a breeze again. We do the same thing. We push the door. I'm about to slip through the crack. As soon as I get my homeboy, he's prying the door open so I can slip through. So while he's prying the door, I slip through the crack, and as soon as I get my foot in the door, my whole body in, all I hear is, hey! And it's a glass door. So I see my homeboy. My homeboy just shoots his hands up like this. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I don't know if it's the police or if it's a neighbor that just seen us. I don't know. So I immediately run to the front door. I unlock it and I was about to open it. Before I opened it, I'm like, yo, let me check out and see if it's anybody on the porch or if it's anybody. I moved the curtains out the way. When I tell you, I seen 14 police cars lined up in the street. They had yellow tape blocking off the street, and I see they're walking like two canines. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm inside the house. So I'm like, they got my boy laid out on the patio. He's laid out on the patio. I run upstairs. I immediately run upstairs. I'm looking for windows to jump out of. I'm like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I go back downstairs. I'm thinking about sprinkling seasonings all over the ground so the dogs don't find me. I'm like, yo, I'm about to hide in the attic or something. I'm like, yo. I'm like, man, it's over. It's over. I'm gonna get caught, man. This was my first crime, my first time ever getting locked up. I walked right back downstairs. When I walked downstairs, the police saw me through the glass. He puts his gun up and was like, freeze! I'll shoot this motherfucking glass down right now. Freeze! So he pointing the pistol at me. But So I laid down. I'm like, all right, you got it, whatever like that. I laid down. He's asking me through the glass, like, how'd you get in? Like, how did you guys get in? I'm like, that door right there, the door that you talking to me through. He shoots the glass down because they didn't know how to get in. So he let one shot off, it shatters the whole thing. Glass flew off.